Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metropolis Radio. Today, we are going to be discussing the fact that Daniel Craig has revealed why he returned for a fifth and final James Bond movie, despite the fact that he was not contractually obligated to return to No Time to Die. So I'm not going to dilly-dally too long. We're just going to go ahead and tear right into this. Daniel Craig revealed why he returned for No Time to Die, his fifth and final outing as the iconic MI6 agent James Bond. Craig first debuted 15 years ago in Casino Royale, and I think we all know that. Unfortunately, I am not the biggest fan of the Daniel Craig era of James Bond, but that's neither here nor there. If I went into my reasoning, we would probably be here for the next hour, and I don't want to make this, and I really don't want to make this video an hour long as a result. So, okay, here we go. The plot of the upcoming film remains largely under wraps, but Craig and those involved have said it is a more interconnected story. Oh God. It is a more interconnected story, one that will bring Bond full circle emotionally from Casino Royale. That's the biggest issue with the Daniel Craig era of James Bond right there. Not trying to make this video an hour long, but the fact that every single Daniel Craig James Bond movie from Casino Royale, now up through No Time to Die, has to all be sequels to each other. When the first 20 James Bond movies, there was not a single sequel to any of those first 20. But getting back to the article, No Time to Die will see the return of Léa Seydoux' Madeline Swan from Spectre. Okay, I don't really remember her. I only saw Spectre maybe once all the way through. That's one I can't sit through it again. In addition to Lashana Lynch and Ana de Armas as new characters, Naomi Harris, I believe Naomi Harris is Moneypenny from Skyfall. Ray Fiennes, that's obviously M. Ben Whishaw is Q. They are bringing back Jeffrey Wright as Felix from Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. And Christoph Waltz are also returning, while Rami Malek will play Bond's new adversary, one that has mysterious connections to his past. This past is something that was on Craig's mind while filming No Time to Die, and it is one of the reasons he returned for the upcoming film. Yeah, because it was such a great idea to tie James Bond and Blofeld together in Spectre. Yeah, that was a great fucking idea, said no one ever. In an interview with Games Radar, Craig said that he felt that there was a story that needed to be finished regarding his version of Bond. This ties back to Vesper Lynd, Ava Green's character from Casino Royale, and Bond's love interest in the film. Daniel Craig's Bond's only love interest was Vesper Lynd, and not a good one at that. As well as the shadowy organization Spectre, which they only conveniently brought up in the film of the same name, which was Spectre. Explored in the film of the same... I just mentioned that. Once the story began to come together, Craig realized that it was something that needed to be finished. Here's what Daniel Craig said, quote, "We started talking about, and I went, there might be a story we need to finish here, something we started in Casino Royale, something to do with Vesper and Spectre, and something that was connected in a way. It started to formulate, and I thought, here we go," end quote. Previously, Craig had said that Spectre would be his final Bond film, famously saying he would rather die than do another one. I believe he said something to the effect of I'd rather slit my wrists than play James Bond again. I think is right on the nose, is right in that. He might have said I'd rather slash my wrists, but, tomato, tomato, potato, potato kind of thing. Naturally, the story called for just one more film, despite the fact that Spectre could have been a fitting end for the character. Before I dive into that, I'll bring it back in just a minute. Bond once again drives off into the sunset with a woman. Does he? Because I heard reports that the term Bond girl was banned from being used on set, so that may be a problem with Bond 25 there. This time with Seydoux. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I do. Seydoux Swan. But as Craig has hinted, his story did feel incomplete after Skyfall in all the ways that Craig's films have hinted at Bond's past. There was clearly more to mine there. No Time to Die has been promoted heavily as Craig's final outing, lending to a finality to the film that no other entries in the James Bond franchise haven't had. Many think this could mean that Craig's Bond will die and the mantle will be taken up by someone else. Not my words, I'm just reading it from the article. With studios looking to grow out interconnected universes more than ever before, it wouldn't be shocking to see No Time to Die lay the groundwork for future installments, something that has rarely been done in the franchise before, and that's how the article ends. Okay, so here's the big problem. Here's a big problem with this line right here. Many think that this could mean that Craig's Bond will die and the mantle will be taken up by somebody else. Okay, franchise officially over, because it's not Daniel Craig as 007 in, it's Daniel Craig as James Bond 007 in Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, Spectre, you name it. Also, the James Bond franchise was rather successful for 40 years, 1962, starting with Dr. No, going all the way up through Die Another Day. So 40 years, 20 movies, none of those movies being sequels to each other. Why the fuck do you have to interconnect every little fucking thing that you do now? This has been the biggest problem with Daniel Craig's era of James Bond, is they're trying to get further and further away from his pulp roots. Do you know what would have made these movies better? If they went back to his more pulpy roots. You know, you have a bunch of standalone adventures, but no. We have to make every single movie a sequel to each other. And I know I'm going to repeat myself, but I'm going to repeat it. The first 20 James Bond movies from Dr. No up through Die Another Day, not a single one of those movies were sequels to each other. And personally, I'm going to answer this question in the headline. Why Daniel Craig returned for his final James Bond movie? I'll give you the answer, and I think it's a lot more simpler than he's saying. In my opinion, Daniel Craig only returned to the role for the money, and that simply was it. Because he did also say after Spectre he would only consider returning to the role if the money was good. If you don't believe me, look it up, and I unfortunately cannot find that interview where he said it to splash it up on the screen, but I do remember him coming out and saying that back around when Spectre originally came out. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I'm genuinely curious, are any of you excited for Bond 25? Should Daniel Craig have come back, aka should the producers have just recasted James Bond and Bond 25 start with a brand new face? I'm gonna come out and just say it right away. I have basically no hope for No Time to Die, just with what I heard with all the production troubles and the fact that, you know, the term Bond girl has been banned from being said on set. I've been burned so many times with Daniel Craig's James Bond. The only movie I considered decent was Skyfall, and even then, that movie still had a shit ton of flaws. I've been burned too many times by Daniel Craig's James Bond movies to fall for the trick again. So, am I gonna rush out to go see it in theaters? No, I'm probably gonna wait till it comes out on home video to see it. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right there because I have gone on longer than I probably needed to. Thanks so much, you guys, if you stuck around for this long. And if you have been following me long enough, you know I'm terrible at ending these. So I will just see you guys next time.